Who are you? Really?
Really? I am just a figment of your imagination.
We'll go again. Keep it rolling.
Tommy Lee Jones is an outstanding American actor, director, screenwriter, and producer who has received many prestigious awards. Our hero has one of the brightest books in Hollywood. Thanks to his sharp facial features and piercing gaze, he looks natural both as a law enforcement officer and a bad guy. Watch more about this and many other things in our video.
What's the point, big boy?
Tommy Lee Jones, how the man in black lives and how much he earns.
Is it worth it?
Oh, yeah, it's worth it. If you're strong enough.
Tommy Lee Jones was born on September 15, 1946, in an ordinary family in San Saba, Texas. His father, Clyde, was a cowboy and an oil field worker. As for his mother, Lucille, she tried herself in many fields. Being a qualified teacher, she worked at school for several years, then caught criminals as a policewoman, and eventually became a beauty shop owner. Tommy has Indian, Scottish, and Irish roots. His mother's ancestors were from the Cherokee tribe, and his father's relatives were Scots and Irish. By the way, in one of the interviews, Jones told the story of his birth. At that time, everyone in San Saba was giving birth at home, but his mother decided to go to the hospital. However, she and her husband did not find any hospital nearby, so they urgently had to rent a room where the future actor was born. 3 years after the birth of our hero, the family had another son who, unfortunately, died in infancy. Being too young then, Tommy doesn't even remember his little brother. The loss of a child has deeply affected his parents' emotional state. Once the sweetest couple on the street, they started abusing alcohol and constantly fighting. It led to frequent separation and even 2 divorces. However, eventually they reunited again. One of Jones's most vivid childhood memories is how he spent nights alone in the car while his parents got drunk in cheap Texas bars. Tommy often experienced violence. The father took out his anger on his son. As a result, the boy walled himself off from the world. To avoid being at the epicenter of another scandal, he spent his time at the library where he immersed himself in reading classics of English literature. The future actor spent his conscious childhood in Midland, where he attended Robert E. Lee High School. Tommy was an exemplary student who never caused problems for his parents. During his school years, Jones had almost no friends. His classmates disliked him. Moreover, our hero intimidated everyone at school, so no one messed with him. One of his classmates was the future First Lady of the United States, Laura Bush. She was one of the few kids with whom Tommy had a good relationship. Tommy and Laura's friendship began in high school at an acting class, which our hero attended quite by accident, but unexpectedly experienced many positive emotions. Jones started attending a theater club and eventually got a role in a Shakespeare production. By the way, he got his first theater role in the 2nd grade, playing one of the dwarfs in the school production of Snow White and the 7 Dwarfs. Soon, the future actor moved to Dallas, where he received a scholarship to study at St. Mark's School of Texas, a prestigious educational institution for boys. There, in addition to theater, the young man became seriously interested in sports and started playing football. Tommy was considered one of the best quarterbacks on the school team. In addition to studying, our hero had to work from the age of 13. Tommy worked in underwater construction and on an oil platform. In 1965, Jones graduated from high school and, thanks to his high achievements in studies and sports, attended Harvard College on scholarship. There, the young man studied English language and literature. As a student, Tommy was friends and shared a dorm room with future U.S. Vice President Al Gore. The friends played together on the university football team and even took part in the famous match Harvard beats Yale 29-29 in 1968. This football match was the most memorable in the history of the Ivy League. Jones and Gore's life paths diverged, but they managed to maintain friendly relations. Later, our hero even made a speech about the nomination of his former roommate as a candidate for the Democratic Party for the presidency of the United States in 2000. While in Harvard, Tommy did not forget about his other hobby, theater. He appeared perhaps in every university Shakespeare production. In 1969, our hero graduated from Harvard with honors, after which he moved to New York, where he planned to build an acting career on Broadway. The directors were skeptical about the guy who had just arrived in New York, so they refused him at auditions. But just 10 days after moving to the Big Apple, Jones got lucky. During the next audition, Tommy decided to improvise. He went down to the auditorium, hugged the girl sitting there, and began whispering words of love in her ear. The director watched the guy and was impressed by how he changed after leaving the stage. Thus, our hero got his first role on Broadway in the production of A Patriot for Me. In 1970, Jones debuted on television, starring in the romantic drama Love Story. One should note that in the film, the actor played a Harvard student, Hank Simpson, the main character's roommate.
Hey, Simpson, let me sack on your couch, huh?
How come?
Barrett.
Who's the guest of honor?
Cavallari.
Again? Still? Barrett slipping?
Even though the movie was successful with the audience, Tommy decided to devote most of his time to theater. In 1971, he returned to Broadway, participating in the play Four on a Garden. In parallel, the actor got a role in the soap opera One Life to Live. In the series, he appeared in 25 episodes as the moody Dr. Mark Toland. In the same year, the man got married for the first time. His chosen one was the actress and writer Kate Lardner, the niece of the famous journalist Ring Lardner. The young people met at a social event despite being called unsociable. Tommy managed to conquer a girl from a distinguished family. Being from different classes of society didn't scare him. In 1973, Jones starred in the little-known drama Life Study. A year later, the audience saw him in the Broadway play called Ulysses in Nighttown. In 1975, the actor appeared in an episode of the TV series Barnaby Jones and played one of the lead roles in the drama Eliza's Horoscope. However, these works were not popular with the audience. The following year, his filmography was enriched by the TV series Baretta, Charlie's Angels, and Family, and such movies as the crime thriller Jackson County Jail and the drama Smash Up on Interstate 5. The man continued to appear on the stage, but his career seemed to stand still. Tommy did not receive any considerable fees or famous roles. The actor's wife could not come to terms with all this. Kate got tired of waiting for her lover to become successful and wealthy and filed for divorce in 1976. They divorced 2 years later. Their marriage lasted 7 years and they had no children. In 1977, Jones starred in the biographical drama The Amazing Howard Hughes as a famous American engineer and entrepreneur. Tommy also played one of the lead roles in the thriller Rolling Thunder.
They'll catch him, some bitches, Major. They'll catch him.
I suppose.
Can't just let it slide, Major. They don't have any right to live.
In the film, he appeared in the image of a Vietnam War veteran captured by the enemy. According to the script, the two friends returned to their homeland after 7 long years of imprisonment, but didn't receive an affectionate welcome. After the premiere of this film, our hero achieved fame, and critics praised his acting. In 1978, Jones starred in the drama The Betsy as racing driver Angelo Perino, tasked with secretly developing a revolutionary fuel-efficient car. He also appeared in the thriller Eyes of Laura Mars as a policeman named John Neville. Although not listed in the credits, he was also one of the screenwriters. The public warmly received both pictures. On the set of Eyes of Laura Mars, the man met actress and model Lisa Taylor, with whom he had a fleeting affair. In 1980, Tommy played the lead role in the short film Barn Burning and starred in the biographical musical drama Coal Miner's Daughter, which tells about the life of the famous country singer Loretta Lynn.
What were you saying, Dick?
I was saying that tomorrow is our anniversary. I figured that'd be a good day for you and me to get married. Especially since I got all that money.
In the latter, Jones played the spouse of the main character. This role brought him his first Golden Globe nomination. By the way, before the filming began, our hero got arrested for drunk driving and beaten for resisting arrest. In 1981, the actor starred in the drama Back Roads as a former boxer who fell in love with a girl of easy virtue and decided to start a new life with her. Sally Field played his on-screen girlfriend. However, the relationship between Tommy and Sally wasn't that good in real life.
Get that $20 that I owe you.
Listen close. You're a beggar, you're stupid, you smell, you're ugly.
You expect me to believe I'm ugly? Hell, I'm not ugly.
Hey, sugar.
During the filming, the man began dating photographer Kimberly Cluffley, the daughter of former San Antonio Mayor Phil Hardberger. The couple's relationship developed rapidly, and they married a few months later. This marriage brought our hero 2 children, Austin and Victoria. This time, the union turned out to be a happy one. His wife supported Tommy in everything, and he, in turn, devoted every free moment to the family. During the years of this marriage, the actor realized his long-standing dream. He acquired several ranches in Texas, where he now breeds horses and enjoys farming. In 1982, Jones starred in the drama The Rainmaker and the crime autobiographical drama The Executioner's Song. In the latter, he played a cold-blooded criminal, Gary Gilmore, sentenced to death.
That's the whole point of living. If you don't, your burden's gonna grow.
The actor did a brilliant job and received an Emmy Award. In subsequent years, the filmography of our hero was enriched by the action films Nathan Hayes and The Park Is Mine, the dramas The River Rat, Cat on a Hot Tin Roof, and the thriller Black Moon Rising, as well as an episode of the TV series Screen 2 called Yuri Nosenko Double Agent. In 1987, Tommy starred in The Big Town and Broken Vows. In the latter, the actor appeared in the image of a young priest named Peter who has to make a difficult choice between feelings and duty. The following year, the audience saw Jones in the thriller Gotham, the crime drama Stormy Monday, the western Stranger on My Land, and the military drama April Morning. In 1989, our man starred in the political thriller The Package as Tom Boyette, a prisoner and a deserter from the U.S. Army. During the same year, Tommy appeared as a stern Texas Ranger in the adventure miniseries Lonesome Dove.
How far is it up north?
Well, up north ain't a place, Ned. It's a direction. And where we're going is about 2,500 miles that way.
2,500 miles?
The series received positive reviews from critics, and our hero received Emmy and Golden Globe nominations for his role. In 1990, Nicolas Cage and Tommy Lee Jones starred in the action drama Firebirds. They played pilots of the American Army. The film received low critical acclaim and was called a mediocre version of the more popular and successful film Top Gun, starring Tom Cruise. The following year, Tommy appeared in the historical thriller JFK as businessman Clay Shaw, accused of participating in the conspiracy against the 35th President of the United States.
Such a pity, that assassination. In fact, I admired President Kennedy, a man of true panache, wife of impeccable taste.
Critics praised the film, and it received 8 Oscar nominations, including Best Supporting Actor for our hero. In addition to the Oscar, Lee Jones received a nomination for the BAFTA Award. In 1992, the actor starred in the action movie Under Siege, and a year later in the drama House of Cards, the historical drama Heaven and Earth, and the detective thriller The Fugitive, where he appeared as a federal marshal Samuel Gerard.
Our fugitive has been on the run for 90 minutes. Average foot speed over uneven ground, barring injury, is 4 miles an hour. That gives us a radius of 6 miles.
The actor coped with his role brilliantly. It is rightfully considered one of the best in his career. After the release, Jones received a BAFTA Award nomination and won the Golden Globe and Oscar Awards in the Best Supporting Actor category. In addition, our hero and his colleague in the film, Harrison Ford, received the MTV Award as the Best On-Screen Duo. However, despite the excellent teamwork on the screen, the actors did not get along outside the set. Ford is terrified to recall the experience of filming together. In 1994, Tommy appeared in the drama Blue Sky, the biographical movie Cobb, the detective thriller The Client, and the crime thrillers Natural Born Killers and Blown Away. For his role in the latter, the actor received the MTV Award nomination for Best Villain. In 1995, Jones appeared in the superhero film Batman Forever as the supervillain Two-Face, Batman's enemy.
The wrath of Toss. The only true justice. Let's see what justice has in store for you.
Interestingly, the actor was director Joel Schumacher's first choice for this role after working with him in the movie The Client. However, Tommy agreed only because of his son. Austin said that Two-Face is his favorite character, mentioning that he wanted to see his father in this role. After the premiere, Jones received another MTV Award nomination for Best Villain. In Batman Forever, one of his co-stars was Jim Carrey, with whom our hero did not have a good relationship. Before the filming began, the men were having dinner at a restaurant, and Carrey decided to come up to his colleague and say hi. In response, he heard, "I hate you and I can't stand your clowning." Jim still doesn't understand what caused such a reaction from Tommy. However, Lee Jones has repeatedly admitted that he is a difficult person with no sense of humor. Tommy's relatives justify his complex character and harsh morals by saying he has cowboy blood flowing in his veins. In the same 1995, the actor appeared in the western The Good Old Boys, in which he not only played one of the lead roles, but was also a director and screenwriter.
That mark on your jaw.
Oh, I just got that from the Bronchies, because Grave...
Not to the age where you ought to quit messing with bad horses.
Age, hell, I'm young.
Don't you try to hooray me or know too much about you.
This role brought our hero a nomination for the Screen Actors Guild Award. While working on this project, Jones had a romance with an assistant cameraman, Don Laurel, who was 18 years younger than him. The man had never cheated on his wife before and was considered an exemplary family man. However, this time, he couldn't resist the passion. The news about their relationship spread very quickly. His family knew about it too. Kimberly did not make a scene, she simply filed for divorce. She did not insist on the division of property, did not claim the ranch, and did not forbid communicating with children. Soon, the resentment subsided, and now they maintain friendly relations. Moreover, in the future, Tommy's children even made friends with Dawn, who became his wife 6 years later. In 1997, Jones starred in the fantasy action films Volcano and Men in Black. In the latter, he co-starred with Will Smith, presenting themselves in the image of agents of a top-secret service engaged in monitoring alien activity on Earth.
Have a look at this for me, please.
Would you stop that?
What?
That thing is gonna give her brain cancer or something.
Never heard her before. Look, we got to get all the doors closed off around here. Special services will be here any minute.
The adventures of Agents K and J, who needed to capture a deadly space bug, were successful with the audience. The actors received an MTV Award nomination for Best On-Screen Duo. By the way, Tommy had a friendly relationship with Will Smith. Lee Jones's fee for his role in this film was $7 million. This role has become one of the most recognizable in his career. However, at first, the actor felt uncomfortable in this role. He wasn't even sure of this project's success. The following year, the man voiced a toy character in the fantasy action movie Small Soldiers and starred in the crime thriller U.S. Marshals, a sequel to the film The Fugitive.
Reporting on Channel 2 News, Chicago. Lester?
Ladies and gentlemen, that was a huge United States Marshal Service! For the United States Marshal Service!
In the latter, the actor again played the Marshal Samuel Gerard. Interestingly, during the filming, Tommy actually jumped out on the road in front of a car rushing at him. It took only one take to shoot this scene. For his role, he received $10 million, which made him one of the highest paid and in-demand actors in Hollywood at that time. Then, the filmography of Lee Jones was enriched by the thriller Double Jeopardy, the military drama Rules of Engagement, the adventure thriller Space Cowboys, and the sequel to Men in Black.
The Men in Black, we have a situation and we need your help.
There is a free mental health clinic at the corner of Lilac and East Valley.
Next.
The sequel to the beloved picture was no less successful, and Tommy's fee amounted to $20 million, plus a percentage of the box office. By the way, Will Smith's sons and our hero's daughter starred in cameo roles. In 2003, the actor starred in the thriller The Missing. Before filming, he had to master several phrases in the now almost extinct Apache language. The few remaining speakers of this language highly appreciated his efforts. In the same year, the man appeared in the action movie The Hunted, in which he played a retired expert in the training of elite special forces who joined the FBI team to catch a brutal killer.
Anybody here with the initials JW?
Yeah?
This yours?
Yeah, it is.
No more snares on wolves, guys.
By the way, Jones's character is based on a real-life survival expert, Tom Brown Jr. The latter was a technical consultant in this film. Interesting fact, the creators needed a scene with rain, so they moved the shooting to Portland, located in one of the rainiest states, Oregon. And yet, they were unlucky as there was no rain during that period. The fee of our hero this time amounted to $17 million. In 2005, Tommy starred in the comedy Man of the House as a Texas Ranger assigned to guard 5 girls who witnessed a crime. Jones also acted as producer in this project. During the same year, he starred in the crime drama The Three Burials of Melquiades Estrada. The plot was inspired by true events, a military operation near the U.S.-Mexican border.
Hell no. He told Belmont one of the other border patrols killed him in a shootout.
Did he say his name?
A guy named Mike Norton.
In addition to playing Farmer Pete Perkins, he was a director and producer. Part of the filming took place at Lee Jones's ranch. Our hero's family contributed to the film too. His wife acted as an assistant cameraman, and his daughter played a Mexican girl. By the way, in this movie, Tommy's character speaks both English and Spanish. The film received positive reviews from critics and was awarded a nomination for the Palme d'Or at the Cannes Film Festival, and our hero won the award for Best Actor. In 2006, the man starred in the musical A Prairie Home Companion, and the following year in the detective drama In the Valley of Elah as a retired military police sergeant investigating the disappearance of his soldier son.
I'm sorry, I hope you find your son.
Hey, I don't know what you think your job is, but if it's anything like mine was, it's to roll up drunks, twiddle your thumbs, not ask too many questions. But my son has spent the last 18 months bringing democracy to a shithole and serving his country.
Initially, the creators wanted Clint Eastwood for this role. The latter liked it but still refused. However, he offered the directors to give this role to our hero, with whom he is close friends. Tommy did a great job and received a nomination for an Oscar. In 2007, Jones played the sheriff in the thriller No Country for Old Men. The action in the film takes place in Texas, but for financial reasons, they filmed it in Las Vegas.
You know, might not even have been no money.
That's possible.
But you don't believe it.
No. Probably I don't.
However, Tommy convinced the directors, the Coen brothers, to shoot several scenes in West Texas. This role brought the actor nominations for the BAFTA Award and the Screen Actors Guild Award in 2 categories. In the end, the movie won 1 award for Best Cast. Moreover, the film won 4 Oscars out of 8 nominations. Also, No Country for Old Men and David Fincher's Zodiac took 5th place in the rating of the 21st century's best films. Lee Jones's fee for the film was much lower than his usual rate, $10 million. After the premiere, Tommy sued the Paramount studio because he believed they underpaid him about a $10 million share of the box office. After the trial, the actor received an additional $15 million, 2 of which went to his agent as a commission. In the subsequent years, the audience saw our hero in the thriller In the Electric Mist, a Marvel Studios superhero film Captain America: The First Avenger, and dramas The Company Men and The Sunset Limited. In the latter, he also acted as a director and producer.
Anyway, people who are always looking out for perfect strangers are very often people who won't look out for the ones they're supposed to look out for, in my opinion. If you're just doing what you're supposed to, you don't get to be a hero.
By the way, during the same period, Tommy was considered for the role of Luke Hobbs in Fast 5, but in the end, the directors preferred Dwayne Johnson. In 2012, Lee Jones starred in the third installment of the Men in Black franchise, the comedy drama Hope Springs, the military drama Emperor, and the biographical drama Lincoln. In the latter, he appeared as a member of the U.S. House of Representatives, Thaddeus Stevens.
I'm sorry, I was under the misapprehension your chosen profession was politics. Never trusted the president, never trusted anyone, but hasn't he surprised you?
No, Mr. Stevens, he hasn't.
Although the role in this film was minor, it became one of the brightest in his career. Our hero won the Screen Actors Guild Award and received nominations for BAFTA, Golden Globe, and Oscar. In 2013, Tommy starred in the crime comedy The Family, and the following year in the western The Homesman. In the latter, in addition to playing the role of a cowboy, he was a director, producer, and screenwriter. His co-star was Meryl Streep, and they shot all the scenes with the participation of the actress and our hero in just one day. The film received high critical acclaim and a nomination for the Palme d'Or at the Cannes Film Festival. In 2016, Jones's filmography was enriched by the action films Mechanic Resurrection, Jason Bourne, and Criminal. They had to postpone the shooting of Criminal for a week since Tommy broke his ribs. And next year, the public saw Jones in the thriller Shock and Awe and the crime comedy Just Getting Started. Jones co-starred in the film with Morgan Freeman. Our hero played Leo, a retired FBI agent, and Freeman portrayed Duke, a former lawyer hiding from the mafia under the Witness Protection Program. Fate brings the two characters together at a party, during which a big commotion begins.
Villa Capri is not big enough for both of us, Leo.
If you want to do something about that, I'll beat you best of 5 at anything ever invented.
Game room. 1 hour.
In 2019, Tommy starred in the science fiction thriller Ad Astra as astronaut Clifford McBride, who had been in outer space for 16 years, and no one knew whether he was alive. His son, also an astronaut, played by Brad Pitt, went in search of him.
The human will must overcome the impossible. You and I have to continue on right together to find what science claims does not exist.
By the way, they took photos of young Jones in an orange spacesuit from the Space Cowboys. The following year, the actor starred in the thriller Wander and the crime comedy The Comeback Trail.
I'm totally washed up. I have no desire whatsoever to make any kind of a goddamn comeback. I just want to die.
Lately, Tommy has been appearing less and less on the silver screen. Nevertheless, he recently starred in the drama The Burial, and the audience is waiting for the premiere of the thriller Finest Kind, in which Jones will appear with Jenna Ortega. On February 28, the actor recorded a touching appeal to Ukrainians. He condemned the Russian invasion of Ukraine and stressed that Ukrainians would become even stronger in the end. At the same time, Tommy Lee Jones said that despite all the horrors of the war, Ukrainians have not only preserved their humanity, but are also an example of how to take care of each other. To date, the net worth of our actor is around $100 million, earned not only by royalties for films, but also by advertising contracts. Previously, Tommy Lee Jones was in advertisements for a Toyota car, the Ameriprise Financial Company providing insurance and asset management services, and the Japanese brand Suntory, which produces coffee in Boss coffee cans. The contract with the latter brought him about $2 million a year. The actor owned several properties. In 2002, he bought separate plots for about $4.5 million in Wellington, Florida. Then, he combined them into one large ranch covering around 50 acres. On the territory, there is an estate with an area of 11,000 square feet, which includes spacious living rooms and a modern kitchen. But this is not the main advantage of the real estate. It also has 2 stables that can accommodate up to 48 horses, 4 paddocks, well-groomed horse trails, a big polo field, and an artificial lake with several islands. By the way, Tommy loves not only horses, but also dogs. The ranch is considered one of the best in the world. Being an avid polo fan, Jones often provided it for competitions and amateur games. In 1993, his team even won the Western Challenge Cup of the USA Polo Association. However, in 2013, our hero put the ranch up for sale for $26.75 million, but managed to sell it only 6 years later for $11.5 million. The reason for the sale was the lack of time, because he also owned 2 houses in Texas, as mentioned earlier. The man also owns a ranch in California, a mansion in Terrell Hills, Texas, and a property at the Polo Country Club in Buenos Aires, but there are no photos of these locations in the public domain. Over the years of his career, our hero has starred in more than 80 films of various genres. Moreover, he has a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame for his high achievements in cinema. Which movie with Tommy Lee Jones do you like the most?
The only comfort I can offer is my promise that tomorrow morning you won't remember a thing. Yeah, well, that's not exactly some shit you just forget. You ever see one of these, son?
If you liked the video, leave a like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss anything interesting.
When they call, a hero's what we're gonna give them.
How are we gonna do that, Ray?
Quietly.
Will Smith is a well-known actor, screenwriter, and producer, as well as a successful hip-hop artist who knows firsthand how tough the path to success can be. In this video, we will take a closer look at the career of this talented actor and tell you about his ups and downs.
I think you mean to say get our asses down there, please, Captain.
Will Smith, from the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air to the outcast of Hollywood.
Okay, let me take a stab at this one.
Willard Carroll Smith II was born on September 25, 1968 in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, in an ordinary family. His mother, Caroline, worked at school, and his father, Will Sr., a U.S. Air Force veteran, was an engineer for a small refrigerator company. Smith had an older sister, Pamela, and 2 younger siblings, Harry and Ellen. During Will's youth, life in Philadelphia was not easy for people of color. However, Will's father worked tirelessly to provide for his family. The head of the family brought up his children in austerity and taught them courage and perseverance, which enabled them to enter a prestigious Catholic school. However, there was a dark side to this father's strong character. At the age of 9, the future actor witnessed the physical violence of his father towards his mother, which was very traumatic for him. At the age of 13, the boy's emotional state deteriorated even further after his parents' divorce. Later, Will admitted that he tried to commit suicide twice, but he was stopped by the thought of his grandmother, who said that it was a sin. After the divorce, his father took an active part in the upbringing of children, and despite all the wrongs, he was a role model for Will. As a child, Smith had the nickname Prince. The charming and cheerful boy earned it because of his quick tongue and the ability to get away with anything. From an early age, Will's mother encouraged his creative pursuits. He played the piano, and in middle school, he took drum lessons. As a teenager, Smith became interested in hip-hop and rap, devoting all his free time to music. One day, his grandmother found a notebook with the lyrics of his songs and, noticing swearing there, made a note. "Dear Willard, truly intelligent people do not have to use words like this to express themselves." Smith admitted that after this, he decided not to resort to profanity in his music. The actor graduated from high school with honors and was accepted into the engineering training program of the Massachusetts Institute of Technology, one of the best tech universities in the world. But he wasn't planning to go to college because he chose to pursue a career in show business. Even before graduating high school, at one of the parties, Will met an aspiring musician, Jeffrey Towns. The guys had a lot in common, and they instantly became best friends and later music partners, creating the band DJ Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince. All the lyrics for the duo were written by Smith, and for the aforementioned reason, there were no swear words in any of the songs. Thanks to this, teenagers could buy their records without their parents' permission, which made the project commercially successful. In 1987, the band's debut album, Rock the House, was released, followed by 4 more, 2 of which became platinum. This is how, even before he was of age, Will became a millionaire. In 1989, the band received a Grammy Award for Best Rap Performance for the song Parents Just Don't Understand, and a few years later, another one for the song Summertime, which is considered their most successful track.
The groove slightly transformed, just a bit of a break from the norm.
During that period, Will fell in love for the first time. His girlfriend was a girl from a dysfunctional family, Melanie. In their relationship, Smith was attentive and caring, but despite this, the girl cheated on him. As a result, the rapper broke up with her, after which he went on a wild spree. Will dated a lot of girls and only for the sake of physical pleasure. However, in the end, this lifestyle led to the fact that Smith began to feel an aversion to intimacy, from which he could not get rid of for a long time. A successful musical career had made him a very wealthy man. In just a few years, he earned about $10 million. Assuming that the good times would last forever, Will spent money left and right. He bought houses, cars, clothes, jewelry, and expensive gifts for friends and relatives. To top it all off, Smith didn't pay taxes. This left the 21-year-old rapper with no money at all and with $2.8 million in tax debt. Unexpectedly for the performer, his career began to decline. Will's funny lyrics suddenly began to be ridiculed, and his work was called corny and soft. In addition, new, more interesting bands appeared on the American stage, overshadowing Smith's band. Fortunately, in 1990, Will received an offer from NBC to star in the television series The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Basically, he needed to play himself in his youth. At first, Smith was doubtful because he thought that after this role, the public would criticize him even more. But a huge fee, which would cover 70% of his debts, forced him to agree. In the end, the actor made the right choice. The series was extremely popular and has even aired for 6 years. For his role, the actor was twice nominated for a Golden Globe.
How you doing? I am not your Uncle Philip. Oh, my fault, man. I must have got the wrong crib. But hey, yo.
By the way, in the series, the main character's name is William, not Willard, and to reduce confusion among the future Smiths fans, the actor started abbreviating his name to Will. In 1992, the man got married for the first time. His bride was actress Sherry Zampino. In the same year, they had a son, Will Smith Jr. However, now everyone calls the guy Trey. The spouses met in a very interesting way. One day, Smith saw the TV series A Different World, starring the actress Jada Pinkett. Will was so fascinated by the girl that he decided to meet her by visiting the studio set. But on the same day, he met Sherry. The young people had a conversation that kept Smith from meeting Pinkett. Funnily enough, 3 years later, the actor did meet Jada. The actress came to the casting of The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air's 4th season, where she auditioned for the role of his girlfriend. However, she was rejected because of the big difference in height with Will. In addition, the directors didn't see the spark between the actors. Smith was already married by then, so the once-desired acquaintance was limited to friendship. Meanwhile, Will managed to star in the films Where the Day Takes You with a fee of $50,000, Made in America receiving $100,000, and he earned another $500,000 for the film 6 Degrees of Separation. In 1995, the action movie Bad Boys was released, in which Smith and Martin Lawrence played police officers. They were nominated for an MTV award as a duo.
So I'm playing cop now. Bro, just a game. I'm just joking around. You always wanted to be Starsky or Hutch.
Will's fee was $2 million. In the same year, the actor's marriage came to an end. The divorce was initiated by his wife, who felt that Smith did not truly love her. The man himself didn't want to destroy the relationship because, having experienced the divorce of his parents in childhood, he didn't want the same for his own son. Nevertheless, on the 5th day after the start of the divorce process, he called Jada and asked her out, thus confirming his ex-wife's fears. In 1996, Will played the role of a brave pilot in the sci-fi action movie Independence Day. The film became a major blockbuster, the second highest grossing film in the history of that time, making Smith the box office top performer. His role earned him a Saturn Award nomination and an MTV Movie Award for Best Kiss. And his fee was $5 million.
I've seen these things in action, and I'm well aware of their maneuvering capabilities. With your permission, General, I'd like the opportunity to try.
In 1997, Smith added Men in Black to his filmography. Funnily enough, after reading the script, the actor didn't want to star in the film, but Jada Pinkett convinced him to change his mind. As a result, the role of Agent J became one of the most successful in Smith's career. Will won several MTV awards for it, as well as earning $5 million.
All right, I'm in. Because look, there's some next level shit going on around here, and I'm with that.
By the way, Smith wrote the title song for the film. It became a hit on the British charts and topped the world's most prestigious Billboard Hot 100, giving him back his lost fame as a hip-hop artist.
So don't fear us, cheer us. If you ever get near us, don't jeer us, we're fearless.
As a result, Will released 4 successful solo albums. On New Year's Eve, 1998, the actor married Jada Pinkett. In this marriage, they had 2 children, a son, Jaden, and a daughter, Willow. In the late 90s, Smith starred in the thriller Enemy of the State for a fee of $14 million and in the steampunk comedy Wild Wild West with a fee of $7 million. The later film failed miserably, receiving 5 Golden Raspberry Anti Awards, one of which went to Will. However, the soundtrack, written by Smith, again conquered the American charts. Funnily enough, the actor could play the main character in the cult film The Matrix, but he didn't like the script and he preferred the film Wild Wild West. By the way, later the actor missed another major role in the film Mr. and Mrs. Smith. In 2000, Will starred in the sports drama The Legend of Bagger Vance, earning $10 million, and a year later he appeared in the biographical drama Ali, playing the main role of the legendary boxer. At first, Smith declined the role, frightened by the responsibility, but when he received a personal call from Muhammad Ali, he agreed. The role of the boxer's first wife was played by Jada Pinkett. To prepare for the role, the actor had to box every day, gain weight, and get up for a run every morning. The effort was not in vain. Smith performed the role brilliantly and was nominated for an Oscar and a Golden Globe, as well as winning an MTV award.
For this victory, so I have nothing you want, okay?
No, I'm definitely gonna be the people's champion, but I just ain't gonna be the champ the way you want me to be the champ. I'm gonna be the champ the way I wanna be.
His fee was $20 million. Muhammad Ali himself was very pleased with the movie, and when the boxer died in 2016, Will was honored to carry his coffin along with Lennox Lewis and Mike Tyson. By the way, the 44th president of the USA, Barack Obama, once mentioned that if they made a movie about him, he would be glad to see Will Smith in the main role. In 2002, the actor appeared in the film Men in Black 2, earning $20 million plus 10% of the box office receipts for his role, and the next year he starred in the film Bad Boys 2 with a fee of $20 million plus 20% of the receipts. Then Will appeared in the comedy series All of Us and in the sci-fi action movie I, Robot with a fee of $28 million. He also voiced the main character in the cartoon Shark Tale. By the way, Smith has previously voiced Pinocchio in the animated series Happily Ever After Fairy Tales for Every Child. In 2005, the actor played a professional date doctor in the rom-com Hitch. And the next year, he played a single father in the drama The Pursuit of Happiness. By the way, the role of Christopher in the film was played by Jaden, the actor's youngest son. For his role in the film, Will was again nominated for a Golden Globe and an Oscar, and also received a fee of $20 million.
Can I say something? I'm the type of person, if you ask me a question and I don't know the answer, I'm gonna tell you that I don't know.
Interestingly enough, there is a scene in the movie when Smith's character solves a Rubik's Cube. The actor does have this skill. In fact, he can solve the puzzle in 55 seconds. By the way, Will is also fond of playing chess. In 2007, Smith starred in the post-apocalyptic action thriller I Am Legend, playing the only survivor in New York.
Listen, if you're planning a party or something, just tell me now, okay? Because, you know, I don't like surprises, and I swear I'll act surprised, okay?
For his work, he received the MTV and Saturn Awards, as well as a fee of $25 million. By the way, his daughter Willow also appeared in this film. In 2008, the man starred in the drama 7 Pounds, as well as in the superhero action movie Hancock, for the role in which he earned $20 million and a nomination for the Saturn Award.
I mean, I'm not the most charming guy in the world, so I've been told, but nobody?
Then, Smith became the highest paid Hollywood actor according to Forbes magazine, earning a total of $80 million a year. He also became the first actor whose 9 films in a row grossed more than $100 million each. After that, Will took a break in his career and starred in the next film, Men in Black 3, only in 2012, receiving $100 million. In 2013, his filmography was replenished with the comedy Anchorman 2: The Legend Continues and the action movie After Earth, in which he also acted as a screenwriter. For his role in the film, the actor received the Golden Raspberry Anti Award, as did his son, who also starred in this film. In 2014, Smith appeared in the film Winter's Tale, and the following year he starred in the films Focus and Concussion, for which he was nominated for a Golden Globe. In Focus, the actor played a fraudster and, in order to learn special tricks, took lessons from Apollo Robbins, a famous American magician and pickpocket.
First of all, you gotta wait till she gets my pants off. And then you gotta give me a chance to run. That's how you get the money. And you never drop the con. You never break. Die with the lie.
In 2016, Will starred in the drama Collateral Beauty and appeared as assassin Deadshot in the superhero action movie Suicide Squad, earning $20 million. Preparing for the role, the actor shaved his head and trained with U.S. Special Forces. During the training, Smith proved to be a good shooter, especially with a long-range rifle. The following year, the actor played a policeman in the film Bright, which brought him $20 million. In 2018, Smith attracted the attention of the public with his music, recording the song Live It Up, which became the anthem of the FIFA World Cup held in Russia. In 2019, Smith's filmography was replenished with the films Gemini Man, Spies in Disguise, Student of the Year 2, and Aladdin, in which Will played the genie. The latter film grossed over $1 billion worldwide, becoming the highest-grossing project in his career.
So here's the basics. Step 1, rub the lamp. Step 2, say what you want. Step 3, there is no step 3. See, it's that easy.
In 2020, Will starred in the sequel Bad Boys for Life, earning $17 million, and the following year, he appeared in the biographical drama King Richard as the father and coach of tennis players Serena and Venus Williams.
Somebody was always beating on me for something. And I ain't had no daddy to stand in their way. This world ain't never had no respect for Richie Williams.
Initially, the man was supposed to receive a fee of $20 million, but then the studio decided to pay another $40 million, which Smith generously divided among all the actors of the movie. For his role in this film, Will received many awards, including the Actors Guild Award, BAFTA, Golden Globe, Oscar, and the Golden Raspberry Award for restoring reputation. There was a scandal at the Oscar ceremony. The host of the event, Chris Rock, made a distasteful joke about the hairstyle of Smith's wife. She's been shaving her head for several years due to illness. Offended, Will went up on stage and slapped the host in the face. In the end, the actor apologized for the violence, but despite this, the U.S. Academy of Motion Picture Arts banned him from participating in award ceremonies for 10 years. In the same year, 2021, Smith released an autobiography book, Will, in which he shared details of his personal life. Previously, he had already published a children's book, Just the Two of Us, dedicated to his eldest son. The actor admitted that he felt guilt towards Trey because the boy grew up without a father. The eldest son is not engaged in show business, unlike Will's children from his second marriage, who have already tried their hand in the film industry and music. Due to the fact that Smith's children are involved in show business from an early age, the family often had conflicts, as Jada believed that this way the actor boosts his ego and does not think about the wishes of the children. All in all, Will's marriage is full of controversy. The couple is considered to be one of the strongest in Hollywood, yet they have repeatedly been on the verge of divorce. Also, spouses claim that there is absolute trust between them, yet a few years ago they admitted to cheating on each other. And while Jada revealed the name of her lover, it was musician August Alsina, Will preferred not to name his mistresses. Now, Mr. and Mrs. Smith admit that they have an open marriage. In 2022, the actor starred in the film Emancipation, for the role in which he earned $35 million. The fourth part of the Bad Boy franchise is currently being filmed. However, the scandal at the Oscars significantly complicated the work on projects with Smith. The shooting of the thriller Fast and Loose was suspended and only recently resumed. In addition, the comedy Planes, Trains, and Automobiles is at the pre-production stage, but the release date is unknown. Recently, Smith's attention has been more focused on production activities. He has more than 50 projects to his credit. To date, the celebrity's fortune is estimated at $350 million, which he earned not only by royalties for films, but also by advertising contracts. Smith promoted video games, brands Dove, Montclair, and others. Will devote special attention to social and charitable activities. He is an avid environmentalist. In addition, Smith and his wife established a fund to help underprivileged children, which has already provided more than $1 million for education projects. The couple also opened a private charity school. The actor is famous for his love of extreme sports. He jumped from the top of a waterfall in Africa, climbed a volcano in Italy, and on his 50th birthday, he jumped from a helicopter over the Grand Canyon. Will is also a big fan of golf. However, in 2020, during a game, he was injured. His friend, Jason Derulo, accidentally knocked out his front teeth. The actor owns several properties. In 1997, he bought an 8,000-square-foot house in Bryn Mawr, Pennsylvania for $940,000, and a year later, he bought another one in Philadelphia for $700,000. In 1999, Will and Jada bought several plots in Calabasas and over the next 7 years, built their dream home there, the cost of which is now estimated at $42 million. The estate has an area of 25,000 square feet and includes 9 bedrooms, several bathrooms, living rooms, a recording studio, a billiard room, and a meditation room. The property has a huge swimming pool, a pond, a gazebo, and a garden. In 2003, the couple bought a 6,000 square foot mansion in the gated community of Hidden Hills, California for $3.4 million. Since 2017, their son Jaden has been living in this house. In 2009, the Smiths bought a beach house in Hawaii for $14.5 million. The 2,200 square foot mansion includes 3 bedrooms, 3.5 bathrooms, a living room, a kitchen, a dining room, a gym, and a porch. The property has a swimming pool and guest house. In 2011, the couple sold the estate for $20 million. In 2015, they bought 2 more plots in Hawaii for a total of $10 million, and 2 years later, they sold the property for $12 million. In 2021, the Smiths purchased another mansion in Hidden Hills for $11.3 million. The 10,000 square foot house has 6 bedrooms, 7.5 bathrooms, walk-in closets, spacious living rooms, a kitchen, a dining room, a gym, and a home theater. The property has a tennis court, a swimming pool with a recreation area, and a roofed porch with a minibar. The couple also owns a house in Woodland Hills, California for $910,000 and a 2-story trailer worth $2.5 million. Inside the 1,200 square foot mobile home, there is a living room, a kitchen, a dressing room, a makeup room, a bedroom, a bathroom, and even a cinema room. The actor owns a huge collection of cars, which include Porsche Taycan Turbo S, Chevrolet Suburban, Rolls-Royce Ghost, BMW i8, Maybach 57S, Tesla Roadster, Ford Mustang 1965, Bentley Azure, a Cadillac Escalade, and a Porsche 911 Carrera 4S. To date, the actor's filmography includes around 80 films. What is your favorite Will Smith movie?
You deserve better from me. I can be better. I will be better.
If you liked the video, leave a like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss anything interesting.